Good morning. Well, the fact that you're seeing a video, if you saw my poll yesterday that I put on YouTube, you probably are wondering, is this a how bean meters work video or a how to make prescription maps video? Neither. Do you know why? My parts came early today, so we can actually work on the planter and do something today. Excellent. So I will show you those in a minute. First of all, I have some more news for you guys. So if you watched yesterday's video, you'll remember that we took our 8335R up to the John Deere dealer, and they had finally gotten it in the shop to work on fixing the oil leak on the steering cylinder. And it turned out to be a much worse problem than we had initially realized. It's not just an O-ring. The entire outside of the barrel of the steering cylinder has got a groove in it. It's worn. Bad deal, right? I told you yesterday there was kind of three different ways that we could fix that. There was a, this is not a good way to fix it, but it might work. There's a, this might work, but it's not really the right way to fix it. And then there was the right way to fix it. What I didn't tell you about those three options was the cost differences in them, right? So the it might work, but probably not gonna work way of putting some silicone RTV sealant type stuff in the groove and putting this O-rings back in and hoping it fixes it. It would have cost us about, $5 plus labor. Well, no, they would put new O-rings in it. About $300 plus labor to do so. The next way was to move the steering stops out so that instead of the O-rings being in the groove where they were, they rested on a different mating surface inside that barrel, thereby fixing the problem, but affecting the turning radius, the wheel spacing, not allowing that tractor to go down 30-inch rows, really, with the setting that way. So that way, it really wouldn't cost a lot more for parts. I had this up here, putting it away because I'm walking around while I'm talking to you. Wouldn't have cost us a lot more for parts, would have been a little bit more labor involved into it, but $300 plus, an extra $500 in labor over the other option, probably. The third way was to put that new barrel on. And that is an expensive piece. The part alone is $2,800 plus the $300 or $280 seal kit, whatever it was. But a lot more in labor involved as well, like a whole day's worth of labor. So pushing $1,000 for that. So much more expensive. Now, Dad and I talked it over. We decided to go with the fix-it-right method. Put a new barrel on it, be done with it, and do it that way. Well, I got a call this morning from the service tech, or not the service tech, the service manager up at the dealer. That part that we need, expected delivery date is June 4th, I believe he told me. That's a problem because we need that tractor for this planter now, or at least, by the time we're ready to go to the field and plant. So we're going to go with option 2 on the fix for now, and we're going to move those stops to a different spot. We're going to put new seal on it. We're going to adjust the spacing on the tires because we don't need to be able to go down 30-inch rows planting beans. There's no rows to follow, and you're going to run over a row regardless, so that's not critical. And, in the fall, we're just using it for tillage mostly, or maybe on a grain car a little bit. It'll be fine. That'll work. But what it allows us to do is use it. If we see it continue to leak or something becomes an issue, we can get the part ordered, wait for it to get here before we tear it apart. This was not a catastrophic failure where it was unusable. It was just, it's leaking. We need to get this addressed. So not ideal, not what we want to do, but it's going to save us some money and buy us some time is what it's going to do. So it is what it is. Oh, that hurt my arm holding my phone camera for that long. 3-minute clips are too long. Anyway, on to our planters. So we have these. These are our new Valiant seed tube guards from Exapta is the company. Says it right there. And they are beefy. Look at that compared to this. This is the new John Deere version. Okay? Yeah. This is much better. Going to wear a lot longer, a lot more material there, and we like these. So they finally showed up today. We ordered them like a week and a half ago, and we're getting ready to install them. The first thing you have to do is put these little wings on. Those are what actually hold the seed tube. Seed tube fits down in between there, sits right behind this so that it doesn't wear out. And yeah, we're getting these installed. Once we get these installed, we can put openers on and keep moving from there. So I will show you how these work, and then I will finish the rest of them that I can do for now, and then we'll start working on openers. So this is our worn out John Deere seed tube guard, and we have to get it off. First thing we have to do is take this screw out from our Keaton brackets, pull this little thing out, and then these kind of spread apart. This goes like that. Just kind of got to turn it sideways and slide it forward to get it off of there. Inspect that shank. There's a little wear on it, but it is what it is. It's not the end of the world. It'll be fine. And then this one goes on just the opposite way. Again, you got to get that up in there like that. And then we put this little thing back in there, and we put our screw in. Something like that. I'll get it tightened and adjusted just right. But yeah, that's how we do those. Okay, we are working on seed disc openers. So we have to, left-handed threads, take this nut off, and I'm taking off 2 of the spacers. We're leaving the other ones on there. It's kind of a trial, set it and try it and then adjust if necessary kind of thing. Put the blade on, and then we put our 2 extra spacers and put them on the outside so we don't lose them, and then put this on. And then we go do the one on the other side. Make sure you don't pinch the wire harness. Okay, now we're going to snug those up. Now we have to check the contact gap, which is this area right here where those 2 blades are touching before they spread apart as they go underneath. We use a couple of business cards for that. Stick one in from the top, one in from the bottom until they touch, or they're held in there. Measure the distance. We're at 1 7/8 inches. 1 7/8 inches is good. 1.5 to 2 is kind of my spec. The book will tell you 1.5 to 2.5, but the more you have, if you get up towards that 2.5 range, then you start having bearing issues. Now maybe these ones won't with this cast hub, but there's no reason to have more than 2 in my opinion. So now a lot of you are going to tell me, and a lot of people will tell you, that you should spin these and check them 4 times, and then you should slip one blade past the other and check them again. Listen, I'm not going to change anything. It isn't going to matter. I'm not going to do anything different. And it's a bean planter. I don't care that much. So I check them once. If they're close and they're within the spec, yeah, I'm good with it. I'm good with it. So, all right, we got to get our dust caps. These cast hubs come with steel dust caps, which is kind of nice. But they are harder to get in than the old plastic ones. Yeah. There you go. So we end up with that, and keep moving down the line. We got 5 more to do on here, and then we get the back row that can be done yet too. So we'll keep putting them on. The snow has finally started. They're talking like this is going to be a nasty one, like we might get 6 to 10 inches of snow. I'm still pretty skeptical, but we'll see what it looks like tonight. Oh yeah, I should also mention, before you guys yell at me, I'm well aware that there's a torque spec for those opener blade nuts. My torque wrench is broken, so it gets what it gets. It'll be okay. Oh yeah, I forgot I was filming a video today. The roads got nasty, or the weather, everything. Yeah, we've gotten a couple inches of real wet, slushy snow now. So hopefully I make it home. Although the snowplow just came through, so I'll make it. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. But look how much he just pushed off. Yeah. Anyway, we worked on that planter. Phil and I worked on it together. That's why there was very little filming this afternoon. And we've pretty much gotten done what we can do to that planter until we get a tractor with a fold box to be able to unfold those wings and work on those other few row units that are up top. So there's 11 row units yet to go through, which not a big deal. We'll get to them hopefully next week. Now that we know where we're at with our tractor and they got it in the shop, I assume they probably got it put back together today. I did not hear from them, but that would be my assumption, and I would anticipate being able to bring it home with the corn planter Monday or Tuesday of next week. It better be Monday or Tuesday of next week, because I'm not going to be here Wednesday through Friday of next week. So we'll see. We'll see what things look like or how it goes. We'll talk to them Monday, I'm sure. But thanks for watching today. And like and subscribe. We'll see you on Monday. And then next week, Commodity Classic, which I am excited about. So have a great weekend, everybody. Thanks for watching. We made it home.